What's going on, guys? It's Obeli Somutupi. We're back again on my YouTube channel. Obviously today is Monday. We are excited, productive week. My mindset is already in the right frame, and we are going to be looking at the trade that we have we are seeing here from US30. So without wasting any more time, obviously, like I did say, we're going to be looking at US30. I'm excited because, like, while saying this, while speaking of this, I'm literally staring at the market, like, experience some impulsive movements, but that's nothing major. And also one thing that I would maybe like to touch on too before we get straight to it, before we get straight to the trades, looking at US30 and stuff, is that, since it's a new week, obviously it means that the things that have been done in the previous weeks, you should be able to just get over them, get through with them. If it's something that's negative, it's okay. It happened last week. See what it is that you can do this week in order to just push and get closer to your goals. And obviously, you should just enter the week with a positive mindset, and whatever happened last week in terms of positives, trades, negative trades and stuff, it's okay. No need to worry about that. Let us see this beautiful trade of US30, and I can see it impulsing massively. But getting straight to it, guys, I'll start off first here at the daily time frame. So obviously now we are starting off with the daily time frame, and here on the daily time frame you can see how beautiful the market has pushed in the last previous days. This was on, when was it? It was on Friday, and then this was on Thursday. There's two impulse candles, and Wednesday we got this hammer that you've got here. So the last 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, the market has been pushing upwards. So now we can see also today, on the current day, on Monday, that the market has been able to break above here. At the same time, it's almost like coming back for a retest. So what I'll do is that I'll go onto a smaller time frame, and then we are going to be seeing or looking at what the market is promising us. Okay, so with the smaller time frame, same thing that I saw, guys, same concept that I've seen. Obviously we have prices been coming down with lower lows. Like you can see, price broke lows, lower high, lows here, lower high, and then boom, it broke the previous low. Tried to break the high, it didn't break here, and then it went a bit low, so higher low, and then it broke now the high here. So with this, I was able to just also sit back and come up with my management line here. So normally I would have this management line, so I don't want you to be confused when you're seeing a lot of things going on here. It's just there to help you just be able to see what's happening at the current moment, and then we will be able to know what it is that we'll be making moving forward. So with this one here, obviously I've got my first touch here, second touch, third touch, and then I've also got first touch here, second touch, third touch. So at this section that we are now currently at, is it a buy, is it a sell that we are going to be experiencing? Do you understand? So are we looking for a sell? Automatically you can see with this impulse, like this correction, that there could be a third touch for here and then next sell to the downside now. But also what could happen is that, just by coming and taking a look at this movement here, this movement right here, let me remove all of this, so that is one of the first scenarios that you have to look at now. So I just showed you guys now the sell scenario, and we are going to be looking at the buy type scenario now. So with this one here, obviously, like I did show you these points, the first point, second point, third point, and then let me just remove this so you saw it, no need to put it. And then one thing that I like is that price can also still be treated as this was the resistance. It broke out massively here. Now we are experiencing support. Do you understand? So we could also still get that impulse correction type of thing, this impulse market coming back down to give us support and then going back up. So right now we've got two different types of options. Once the price breaks below here, then we can confidently say that we are maybe coming all the way down to here. But if price fails to break below here, then obviously it means that there is a bounce back to the upside. So we have to be on the lookout when the market opens, and also we just have to keep on managing it. I think that's just what I'm going to be doing. I am going to be managing it. I'm going to be managing this trade now, so just to see what's happening. So let's go down to the 1 hour time frame. That was on the 4 hour. Let's go down to the 1 hour time frame. Boom, boom. Okay, you can see on the 1 hour, beautiful, price went up. Yes, it kept on moving upwards. And you do know what I love to say, what I love to send out the message that I send out is that it's not how the market reaches a specific point and stuff. It's not the fact that it's at that specific point. Just because the market is at the resistance doesn't mean that you have to sell, and just because it's at support doesn't mean the same. what happens is that, like, you know, you have to be able to just see how it gets there. So how it gets there is what matters. So here we can see price has been pushing upwards impulsively all the way from here. We got buys, we ate from buys. If you didn't, then you are missing out on these valuable videos that I have, because the one that I posted last week, same thing, we looked at US30, we saw a beautiful buy, it shot, same day, you know, we had beautiful profits, people were sharing, they were like, thanks to your YouTube video, you know, I was able to do this and that, I felt excited, and more people started sharing and stuff. But the price pushed upwards here, and then it started moving upwards in a corrective manner. Then as soon as it broke out of this correction, it still went upwards. But here you can see the price gave us some sort of a double top structure, this obviously being our first peak and this being our second peak. On a smaller time frame, like maybe at 30 minutes or 15 minutes, it's going to be more clearer, but on the 1 hour I can still see it, so I'm safe with that. And price eventually broke out of this management line that I have here. I'm not comfortable with how it broke out. It didn't break out impulsively, as you can see, it broke out, but we still had rejections to the downside, so I wasn't too comfortable with this. So I ended up, like, you know, going all the way to the 15 minutes. And here in the 15 minutes, you know, I was able to spot out obviously my double top, first peak here, second peak here. I've got here on the side here, you know, support. It broke out, came back as resistance. So this was confidence for us to enter a sell. But automatically this means that, like, you know, this trade can still play out beautiful. Okay, just by adding my lines here, just like this. Obviously price can still either go all the way down, maybe we can take profits here. Let's say if you are seeing a sell that would love to take advantage of, we can place sells here. A risk entry would be me putting my stop loss here, just so I don't risk a lot compared to rewards, 1:3. But another safer method is like literally close to here, which we'd be looking at 1:7, which is not good for me. Maybe 2% is okay. I'd rather have something like this. And then when price goes down, like when price actually does go down up until you take profit, that's when you don't take profit, you just start looking at what's being presented here. Are we still want to continue shooting downwards, or has it now reached like its full potential? Is it now at, like, you know, the ultimate take profit? Are we looking for buys now? So you always need to be able to know how you are going to react when this happens. That's why it's very important of us to use things such as forecasting. If you don't focus, if you can't focus in the market, it's going to be hard of you to be able to see next moves, because you will be able to catch that buy that you're looking for. But as soon as the market moves in maybe 10 pips, 20 pips, 100 pips, then you wouldn't capitalize as much as you could have from that specific trade that you've got there. So right now, just to be on the safer side, I went to as little as, like, you can simply see here on the 15 minutes. So let's just head over to the PC this side here. Okay, to the PC just this side here. So what I want to see now is how the candle closes next, because with this one here, obviously now on my broker platform, just by having this specific line here, and also just by having this beautiful specific line right here. Let me remove this right here. Okay, I removed all of these, but let me just show you guys what I'm looking for on this beautiful screen, where I'm going to be placing my trades here anytime soon once I've got that beautiful setup. So obviously, like I did say, you can see with this one here, let's look for take profit areas. Take profit areas somewhere around these lines. With this one here, we've got, like, in our support here, our support and price showed us that, like, you know, there's a higher chance of us, like, you know, breaking to the downside. But also this candlestick plays a part, because remember, it's still first touch, second touch, third touch, and this is still a buy candlestick. So maybe I will place myself, I can do something just to be on the safer side, you know. Let me just go all the way up to just, yeah, keeping it simple. Like, let me just show you how I would normally place a trade. I would come here and then say maybe sell stop right here. Then I would come, obviously, sell stop right here. With the risk that I've got, obviously I was able to spot the two differences. Then I'll put my two sell stops right here. Once I do get activated, then I'm safe now. And then you know, I would modify this stop loss to let's just see 35, let's say 200, 35 200 now. 35 200. I'm going to adjust it. Let me go for the second one. Stop loss 35 200. Okay, so we can adjust this and see how much it's gonna hit us, like, when it gets here. So here I can see 1,400 rands. So I'm cool with the 1,000 fund total. I don't want to lose more than 3,000 rands on just the specific trade because I still have more trades to go with it. So this one here, same thing, I'll be losing close to the same, put my stop loss just around here. Because what happens is that, like, you know, what this, let me just come over this side here. What this, I just wanted to show you guys how we take advantage of this beautiful sells, because automatically once it start going down, you can capitalize all these. Can you see how many pips this is? 7.8 thousand pips. You can capitalize all these pips, and automatically just with the first take profit that I'm looking for is, let me just press this 35090. Let's say 35090. Just here, so we're looking at price give us 2k, which is close to like 2.5 on a single trade, like 5k we're looking at. But moving over to the side here, automatically, can you see what happens? Like if price didn't go and break it, it's not going to activate me, and then once it goes up, let's head over this side. So I'll show you once it goes up how I'm planning to take advantage of it. So on that side here, I was looking at the 5-minute time frame, and it's so beautiful. Like I feel like I can still take a buy, come all the way to here maybe, and then that's when our sells are going to be ready. I feel like this can happen. That's why it's important not to sell immediately when you see the spot. It's very important to be able to do it, to take advantage of these sellers, like once they get to the significant area here. So that's something that I will do. I'll be managing that, because with this automatically I can see that, okay, no, price can, it seems like it's also ready for a buy and stuff, but I'm not too comfortable with placing a buy like right now on the spot, because let's say now I'm looking at it right here, stop loss right here. First take profit is not too promising, because like I did say, price can come here third touch and still go down. But with how this pendulum has printed itself, it shows that there's a higher potential of us actually buying. So maybe we can buy and we can still head over and get to this specific point here. So I will see how this candle closes. This candle close will also show me a lot, because you can see here there's some sort of resistance. So once price closes above this resistance, I think for me it will be much more safer to place entry. Stop loss, I can keep it like in my minimum so I don't lose a lot, and take profit. This is my first take profit. Then obviously I'll go for more take profits when price does happen to shoot all the way to the upwards. But the most important thing here is to show you guys that, like, you know, with trading there's like different types of things that you need to be looking at. Like obviously it didn't play out the way that I did, so I can easily just come here and be like, since I'm managing it, that's one thing that I like about being a day trader. So I can just easily come here and just be like, okay, so right now I can see that, okay, right now I can simply see that, like, you know, obviously price is shooting upwards, you know, this is happening. So what am I comfortable with? Let me just remove one position, keep one for in case if it does happen to shoot a bit more to the downside, creates a week and then goes up. I don't risk more, and at the same time when it goes down, I'll be able to secure something while I'm still waiting for my bigger trades. And also how this candlestick closes matters to me, because if it closes with an engulfing to the downside, then it means that I can still open another position that shows let's say more scaling positions that I've confirmed. Because right now what I've done, it's not a risk entry because it's a stop, it's not like, you know, a market entry. But if I were to just place a sell now, obviously it was going to be a risk entry. As much as I would say, let me sell where it's at, my stop loss is going to be here, it's going to be small, 1 2 3, that makes sense, it makes perfect sense, but it also has like its own differences. So the next candle, you can see undecided candle, undecided candle. So the market is like literally failing to break this area that we've got just. So it will need us to manage it. How it closes, once it closes above here, obviously it means that we are looking for buys, because third points and stuff. But that's one thing that I wanted to show you guys in terms of US30. I know you guys are going to be able to just secure as much as you possibly can, because you guys are always like literally watching my videos, you guys are learning from them, you guys are doing the most. So if like I feel like I'm also that person that sits on the other side of the screen and that like literally watches these videos, because these are very valuable, informative. Like, you know, I share a lot of things that, like, you know, I experience on a daily basis. I share things like that I go through and stuff, especially in terms of the market. Like I share my mindset, my psychology behind it, my reasoning behind certain trades, you know, recaps and stuff. So yeah, make sure that you guys are subscribed if you haven't yet. But also I just want to make you guys aware that, you know, I've been working on this project, like, you know, for months, like since like last year, I think around December and stuff. You know, the book that I've been writing, that I've, like, you know, I've been working on. So the book's name is The Road to 100 Million, The Journey to 100 Million. It's like me just sharing some of the steps that are like that I had to experience, obstacles, you know, like my experience, my problem, and then my solution, you know, how I was able to overcome all those things. So if you are one person that would love to achieve big with your life, you would be able to, you know, get a lot from there. Instead of you wasting all these years seeing all those problems, losing money, risking money, 1 2 3, you can automatically learn from it and just see a lot of progress. But let me just leave you guys here. I want to just focus a bit more on how this candlestick is gonna close, because candlestick does matter, guys. If you follow candlesticks, that's when you'll be able to see that it does matter. So once this candlestick just does give me a confirmation, then I'll make sure that I share this trade with my team members, and like, you know, I just maybe scale into it, add more positions and stuff. But thank you so much for watching. It's about this one. I will see you on the next video.